Hello and welcome everyone to Lawrence Larson Rink in Winthrop, Massachusetts for tonight's contest between the Vanke Rays and the Boston Blades. Hello again, I'm Max Walpuff, high above the ice at Lawrence Larson Rink. Tonight marks the first meeting between the Boston Blades and the Vanke Rays, and today the first meeting of one of the two Chinese expansion teams to the CWHL. The Vanke Rays come into tonight's game with a 1-1 record. They split their first weekend in season play with the Toronto Furies winning 3-0 in their first ever game and then losing 3-2 to the Furies the next night. Elaine Shuley made both of those starts. She starts in net tonight. The rookie goaltender out of Waterford, Ontario, holds the University of Connecticut team record in all of the following categories: saves in a season, save percentage, career saves, and saves in a game. Her career accomplishments are too many to list on my roster sheet. Opposing her to the right will be Lauren Dahm, the second-year goaltender out of Baldwinsville, New York. Is part of the Clarkson Golden Knights' first NCAA tournament appearance back in 2010. She finished her collegiate years with a .932 career save percentage. She comes into tonight with an .866 save percentage in just a few games played. The teams are ready as we welcome in our audience tonight. Michelle Ng will oppose Ashley Berkuliak. The puck is down. Let's have a little fun. The Rays win this face-off back, and they'll start up again. Welcome in, everyone, to tonight's contest. As there's Kelly working with it, and she'll push it upside. Now for Kayleen Mercer. Mercer sends it on net, and a high tester for Dahm as it sails over the net, and the Boston Blades will take it. Here's Michelle Ng. Ng, and this one sent in onside, and Caitlin Sperling will go after it. This one bounces to the middle. Ng unable to corral it, and Berkuliak will take it up ice. She throws it in, and Christina Brown will chase. Berkuliak gets there first, sends it in front, but Brown is there to deflect it back. We're just getting underway here in the first period of a 0-0 game. Turning up ice is Aaron Hall, slotting in tonight's contest. Caitlin Sperling flips it in, and the Blades are able to complete a change behind the play. Courtney Turner, the #1 overall pick in the 2017 draft, pokes it forward as the Rays take back possession. Here's Emily Janiga. Rookie forward out of Buffalo, New York, turns it over, and here's a rush up ice for the Blades. Leary sends it to the front. Turner couldn't pop it home. Back along the wall as the Blades so far today are controlling early, but we are just in the first 2 minutes. Greaves in front of the net, whiffs on a shot, back to the top for Brown, a chance, blocked before it could reach Chuli. Battle along the wall, Kickham converges on it, but the Rays will come clear only as far as the blue line as Kikuchi is able to poke it to the hash marks. It pops up in Greaves, handles the bouncing biscuit, settles it, and puts it to the wall for Kickham. Aaron Kickham, skating away from pressure, will head to the far side. To the middle, Greaves couldn't control, and Kickham will take it back. Now Kickham flings it around. Leary can't control the puck, and it'll be taken over by the Rays. The Rays are coached by Rob Morgan. He is assisted by Jessica Drinkwater. The GM of the Rays is Shirley Hahn, as we see our first stoppage for an icing. A few roster notes for the Boston Blades. Not playing tonight is Jetta Ratcliffe, the second-year goaltender out of Bend, Oregon. Left the last game here at Lawrence Larson Rink with an injury. Dom finished that game in replacement. Slotting in as the backup goaltender tonight is rookie Robin Shimego, a first-year player out of Silver Lake, Alberta. And here's a rush up ice for the Vanke Rays. Sent on net and stopped by Dom. Big chance for Brooke Webster, the rookie out of Aurora, Ontario. You'll notice rookies a lot with this Rays roster, as their entire roster are CWHL rookies. This one sent up ice, but couldn't find a connection, and Jordan Hampton sends it forward. Truly stops. Miscommunication along the back wall allows Turner to take control. Leaves it off for Nicole Giannino. Controlled now by Oliva. Oliva will send it up for Mingku and sends it back up ice. Here come the Rays. Sent toward the net, and Dom, untested, banks it off the wall, and it'll find the stick of Yue. On net, and Dom will calmly stop it and place it behind her net for Jordan Hampton. Hampton out of Foxborough, Massachusetts, emerges out from the far side and will find Sherman. Now for Chinan. Chinan, 4 years with Team China, as she sees the puck taken away from her and takes it right back. As China takes it again. She played for Team China on D1B in the IIHF and the D1 qualifiers, also at the Asian World Games. She was a 9th round draft pick by these Rays, as we see another stoppage for icing. The Boston Blades, this is the second straight season that they've started 0-4. They're searching for their first win of the season and their first home win since the 2015-16 season. Sent out of the face-off circle will be Ashley Berkuliak, and Goldberg flicks it back for Kikuchi. Now for Brown to the wall, and Sperling couldn't find that one as it was behind her. Sent out of the zone, and this is looking to be yet another icing as Brown beats it out, and indeed there's the whistle. Christina Brown heading into today's game, she has 1 assist. The North Andover, Massachusetts native has 18 goals and 8 assists for 26 points in 26 games played with HPK and SM Sharjah in Finland. In her last club team, she is now in her 3rd year with the CWHL. This one sent up ice, and this is looking like yet another icing, the 3rd in a row on Vanke to start today's game, as this same line is staying out there for quite a while. 16-19 left in this first period. Still no score between Vanke, who sit 5th in the CWHL rankings with 2 points, and the Blades, who sit 7th with no points. Sent on net by Leary, the leading scorer for these Blades, as it is kicked aside by Elaine Shuley. Turner along the wall, and she has it taken away by Berkuliak. Leary pokes it from her, and Greaves couldn't muscle Berkuliak off the puck. Berkuliak, one of few who can tango with Greaves on the height department, as Berkuliak had a stout 5'8". Up ice come the Rays. Mercer sends it on net, blockered away by Dom. 15:46 as a Ray falls to the ice with Greaves and Turner along the wall. They can't hold it in at the point, and Oliva will take it back on her own side of the table. Up ice and just held in. The Blades are still on side as Leary comes in toward the net and kicked out by Shuley. No one there to clean it up. Off the bench comes Brown, and she will beat out yet another icing. This is the first matchup between the Rays and the Blades as part of a 3-game set this weekend, with games tonight, tomorrow afternoon on CWHL Live, and also on Tuesday, election night here in this city. This faceoff is won by the Rays, and it'll be controlled on the wall. And for long as they're just able to get it out of the zone, and up ice on a quick 2-on-1, they'll send it back for Woods, a shot, and held on by Dom. That 2-on-1 turned 3-on-1 really quickly, and Emma Woods couldn't find any twine behind Lauren Dom. 15:08 in this first period. Still no score between Boston and Vanke. This faceoff won by Boston, and Christina Brown will spin away from pressure and control along the far side. Lost this one to Brooke Webster, but along the wall, the Blades are able to get it out of the zone. It's touched up by the Rays. No icing on this one as it was touched ahead of the red line. Kikuchi rings it around and bounces off the wall. Sperling just able to get it out. Stathopoulos unable to control, and turning back up ice is Ming Hu, who sends it on net and an easy glove save for Lauren Dom. Dom, a 12th round pick by the Boston Blades in 2016, 56th overall in that draft. The second-year goaltender has been steady in net for the Blades the last 2 seasons. Here's Sperling once again, hammers it off the wall and ends up in Michelle Ng's skates. She has to wait for help, banks it off the wall, and Sperling goes to get it. Back pass for Ng. She sends it to the front and couldn't find a friendly stick. Taking it to the wall, she'll find Shin. Taken away by Boston. Now Goldberg over and across for Sperling. Now back for her sister Caitlin, and connection made for Megan Sperling. Taken away by the Rays in the corner, but Megan Sperling says enough of this and will take it back. Curling to the center, unable to get it in, and Kittredge sends it on net, and this one is blocked before it could get through. Out into the neutral zone as the Blades have controlled the run of play here in the first 7 minutes. Caitlin Sperling carries it over the line. She'll swing low and get it around Sheenan. Sent to the front. Greaves a chance, and Chuli with a glove save. Backup ice, Bunton and Berkuliak connect. Bunton to the middle, sent on net and blocked by Hall off the safety netting, and that'll be a stoppage. We'll have a face-off to the blocker side of Lauren Dom. Crowd filing in here still at Lawrence Larson Rink. A sizable contingency of Chinese fans making the trek and proudly displaying their flag. The Rays control in the offensive zone. Sent toward the net, and Dom, strong to the post, will keep it out. Held in by Kelly. And Kelly now Greaves and Hall trying to team up and take it away. Ends up in Hall's skates, and it'll find Turner, sent even further to the front of the net. Danger zone here for the Blades as Leary connects with Greaves, and the BC teammates now avoid danger. Riding all the way to the back wall, the Rays still control the biscuit. And they'll now emerge. It's poked away for Jordan Hampton. The pass a little too hot to handle for number 9, Hannah Bunton of Belleville, Ontario. Leary has it poked away from her, and the former BC Eagle will send it on net. Chuli with a kick save. Leary again holds this one in toward the net and wide. Giannito breaking up ice. Ends up over-skating the puck and bounces off the boards, and will find Woods. Woods, one of the assistant captains for the Rays, will swing around the net. She'll look for teammates. She finds one in the middle, but banks off the skate of Emily Janiga. And the Blades intercepted momentarily before the Rays can gain full control on their side of center. Webster back for Sherman, and this will be taken back by UA. Into the circle, and Brown not able to hold it in as the Blades have to retreat into the neutral zone. At center, they'll spar forward, and Brown carries it back in onside. Christina Brown ridden to the wall. 2 Rays converge on her, trying to take the puck away, but reinforcements arrive in the form of Cassandra Sherman, a rookie out of North Smithfield, Rhode Island. Back up ice come the Rays after taking it away on the wall. Here's Woods. Woods to the top of the circle, sent toward the net. Blocked before it could get through, danger not avoided, and now it'll be taken away by Christina Brown. Brown will swing around Woods to the middle, and she'll just flick it in and opt to go for a change. Michelle Ing will fly after it. She'll come after Kelly. Taken away by Megan Sperling, a chance toward the net, blocked by Kelly before it could reach Chuli. Held in at the wall by Sperling. Banks off the wall, and she'll find an enemy stick. Back out to center come the Rays, and Michelle Ing, strong to the wall, will take out Shin. Gliding at the wall is Ing on net, and Dom pokes it away. Back up ice are the Blades. Caitlin Sperling up ice, onside of the Blades, sent toward the net and blocked by Sheenan before it could reach. Hard to the boards goes Goldberg, sent around the net. Turner flies after it, but the Rays are able to escape the pressure momentarily as it just gets away from Hall's stick. No icing. Taken away by Ming Hu. Turner along the wall. Turner for Leary. She gets it away from the defense of Kelly, and Leary is in onside, but she has no reinforcements until Greaves breaks in to the center, and it'll be taken by the Blades once again. Courtney Turner. Spun around by Berkuliak, and the Rays are able to regain possession. They miss their pass, and it will be yet another icing. We're halfway through this first period, the Blades controlling the run of play and the run of shots, but Elaine Chuli staying strong for these Rays. A 1.52 goals against average through 2 games played so far this season. Hampton will send it back in after the Blades won the face-off. Along the wall, it'll be a 2-player each engagement, and the Blades lose control as Bunton comes in. UA sends it around, and the Rays now are able to break out, but they again miss their connection, and Jordan Hampton will touch up for another icing. .950 to go here in this first period. Blades will execute another line changes. They will roll out Turner, Leary, and Greaves. To the glove side of Chuli as Turner tries to push forward, and instead here's Berkuliak. Across the ice for Bunton. Bunton breaks into the circles. and stopped on net by Dom. She'll swing it out with a dive. Greaves back up ice, 3-on-2 if the Blades hurry. Greaves to the center for Turner. Back check by Bunton keeps that away. Sent to the front of the net again, Greaves, and it's stopped by Chuli. Elaine Chuli with a few 5-bell saves. Kuliak battling with Leary again. Along the wall, Berkuliak again, the 5'8" left shot forward out of Brandon, Manitoba. She attended Minnesota Duluth, and she won gold twice with Canada's under-18 team. Duluth made one NCAA appearance in her time there, as breaking in on net and falling to the ice is Emily Janiga. Back up ice comes Stathopoulos. Casey Stathopoulos sends it on net, and it's blocked before Chuli could do anything about it. Kikuchi to Brown. She whiffs on a shot, but back in front are the Blades. Tap in front, they score! Boston takes the lead. It's 1-0. A bit of a broken play in front, but the Blades will certainly take it. Erin Kickham in front of the net deposits it past Elaine Chuli, and the Blades have the first lead of the night. This return faceoff is won by Shin, and the Rays now have to play defense. They're without a lead as they need to go for some measure of a goal to keep this game tied. Stathopoulos and Avison on the assist, sent back on net for Ing. She couldn't control. Back behind the net is Goldberg. Goldberg, the Northeastern University product, keeps it in along the wall before it can be poked ahead by Kelly Kittredge. The Blades lose control, and the Rays only able to get as far as the blue line as Goldberg keeps it in momentarily, and the Rays will swing it back to the far side and try again. And he sends it on net, but they are offside. The shot will not count, and we'll have a stoppage with the faceoff coming outside the zone. That's Erin Kickham's first goal this season, her second point. She had an assist last week against the Calgary Inferno. The third-year CWHL player, 5'5" forward out of Needham, Massachusetts, a two-time Athletic Director's Award for academic achievement in her years with the Eagles. Bit of a delay as Berkuliak is going to be sent out of the faceoff with a smile, and to take it is Bunton. And Bunton winning this faceoff backward, but Greaves takes control of it first. Leary with Turner breaking to the middle, and the pass gets away from Berkuliak, and the Rays keep it along the wall. 1-0 Boston if you're just joining us, with a goal from Erin Kickham. Now 5 even strength goals on the season for Boston. This one ends up in a lot of traffic in front of the net, and Leary is able to power it out of the zone. Coming into today's game, the Blades had 8 goals on the season, 4 of which came on the power play. That is just, the last goal today was just their 5th even strength strike of this season. Poked back, and it'll be handled by Chinan. Number 88 for these Rays, loses control along the wall with Leary and Greaves on her, but she'll find a teammate in Kaylee Mercer. Puck popped up, and Jordan Hampton will control the rolling puck. Back behind the net, she'll skate away from pressure and find a friendly stick in Greaves. Back pass for Hampton, and through the middle, it's disrupted. She has to turn around away from Janiga. Leary powers it forward, and the Blades can get a change on the fly. Janiga, as the Rays break it out for Woods. Now for Webster. Webster to the center. Webster throws it on net, glove down by Dom as she avoids contact with Janiga, and will stop with 6:36 to play. No changes for either side. We reset play on the blocker side of Lauren Dom from Lawrence Larson Rink in Winthrop, Massachusetts. Webster now. Along the wall, Stathopoulos takes it. Stathopoulos with a stick battle. Taken away by again. Webster, 145 games played with the St. Lawrence Saints. She was 3 times first on the team in scoring, a 3rd-round pick by these Rays, as Stathopoulos carries it ahead. Stathopoulos will opt to flick it on net. And the Blades change behind the play. Michelle Ng cuts off this connection. As Caitlin Sperling for Ng. Toward the net, glove down by Chuli. And we'll have a stoppage. Ng, also a graduate of St. Lawrence, playing 141 career games for the Saints, finishing with 16 goals and 32 assists in that time. She was a 6th-round pick by the Blades, and 36th overall this past year. She's in her rookie season out of Milton, Massachusetts. 5 minutes to go in this first period. The Rays gain control back along the wall as Minghui takes it away. Held along, and Megan Sperling off the wall, losing control to Shin. Now Goldberg back for Sperling, and they'll fly up ice. Caitlin Sperling to the circle, taken away by Sheenan. Sent to the middle, couldn't find connection. And the Rays have a 2-on-1 the other way. Here's Shin. Shin with a clear path to the net, shoots, and it's low and kicked out by Dom. In the first two, it will be Brikuliak. She'll send it around and find the stick of Megan Sperling. Hammered back, and Mercer, it banks off of her leg and onto the Boston bench. So we'll have a brief stoppage as the pass came from inside the Blades' defensive zone. That's where the faceoff will be. One back by Webster, and Mercer will set up the attack for the Rays. Mercer, again, center point. She'll find Brikuliak. Back from Mercer. Mercer controlling once more. Kaylee Mercer flies in, and she'll come to the center, but it's poked out by Giannino. On net, and Dom, it eventually reaches her back in front, sent wide by the Rays, and to the wall. The Blades can't clear again. Kaylee Mercer, the two-time national champion with the Clarkson Golden Knights, keeps it in. Woods up at the top and sent high and out of play, and that did manage to get a deflection, so we will stop, and the faceoff will stay in the Blades zone. Thank you for joining us. We apologize for the technical gremlins up here in the booth, but we're back underway between Boston and Vanke. Shin forward for Minghui. Now Janiga. Janiga swings around, trying to get away from Turner. Turner bodies her to the wall. Now Kikuchi on her as Minghui sends it back up where it's controlled again by the Rays. Bounces away from Kikuchi's stick, and it'll head back to the near side. Falling to the ice hard is Emily Janiga as Turner combines with Greaves, and Greaves is able to power out of the zone. And offside are the Blades, but the Rays carry it back in. Offside is negated as Minghui will take it back. Back over the line, the Rays are onside once again. They're getting a change behind the play, taken away by Kate Leary. Leary powers past Sheenan. She's collides with Sheenan, but they'll rule that incidental. Webster gets around one, not able to get around Kelly Kittredge. Now back for Greaves. Now for Leary over the line, the Blades are onside. The Blades lead 1-0 in the first period of this 3-game set with the Vanke Rays. To the wall, Greaves once again. Now Leary combines with her, pokes it to the center ice, and here come the Rays. Mercer on net, kicked out by Dom. Gets away from Kittredge and back to the front. Couldn't get toward Dom. 3 minutes to go in this first period as Kaylee Mercer controls. Brikuliak now back in front, and Woods stop, but Dom is cleared out in front of the crease. She loses her stick in the process. Brikuliak on net high. Dom down and out, but avoids disaster with the puck going way high of her head. Unable to commandeer a player's stick as Megan Sperling rides to the wall. And they're just trying to get it out of the zone so Dom can retrieve her weapon. Now held down, and this is going to be a penalty call coming up on the Vanke Rays. And another player goes down. Will it be 2? So call is for holding, and the Blades will go to the power play. They're 4 for 21 on the young season, as the Rays will send Emma Woods to the box. Emma Woods, a senior captain at the Quinnipiac University. She won the 16-17 ECAC title over the Clarkson Golden Knights, but lost in the NCAA tournament, and the Clarkson Golden Knights went on to win that championship. last year. Face-off won by Boston, and they will set up their power play. Hall for Goldberg. Goldberg to the middle. Goldberg down low for Ing to the front, and Goldberg can't get a stick on it. Goldberg again will control. Now for Christina Brown, that banks off the back of her blade, and back out to center are the Boston Blades. 1:36 to go in this penalty for holding to Emma Woods. Up for Goldberg, banks off of a Ray's skate, and just holding it in at the corner is Goldberg. Goldberg to the corner, she'll find Ing. Back up top, Hall. Now Ing. She'll come in and avoid the shot block for Goldberg. Brown. Now for Hall, she looks for a shooting lane. Finds one she likes, and it banks off of the pads of Caitlin Sperling. Brown has it taken away from her on a poke check, and the Rays are free to change. 1:04 to play in this penalty with 1:32 left to go in the game clock on this first period. 1-0 the Blades lead on an even strength strike from Erin Kickham. Blades on the power play another 50 seconds. As up ice comes Leary. Blades getting out another power play unit as Leary will flip it toward the net, and Shuley opts to snow this one, and we'll stop here as Leary came crashing in. The Boston power play 4 for 21 heading into tonight's contest. Those 4 goals accounting for half of their season total thus far. 1:12 left to play in the first period. 42 seconds left in the penalty to Woods. Kickham along the wall, she'll look for Leary. Leary for Turner. Up top, she'll find Hampton. Hampton walking the line for Greaves. Greaves, low for Leary. Back up top, Hampton, looking for a lane. She finds it. Shuley able to get a glove on it. Well, so far, if the message from head coach Casey Brugman was to shoot more and control the pace of play, the Blades have certainly followed instructions tonight. Of the play in this first period thus far, this one's sent on, and 12 seconds left in the penalty to Emma Wood. She'll be free shortly as the Blades see their first power play of the night peter out without a result in their favor. Flipped on it, banks off the linesman, and just a fortuitous bounce for the Rays as they're able to control, and the backup for the middle for Webster. Webster on Hampton, she'll send it on net, and chest save for Lauren Dahm. As the penalty expires, we're back at even strength. Just 21 seconds left in this first period. Sithopoulos wins this face-off away for the Blades. And back up for Brown. Couldn't emerge out the middle. And taken for Webster. Along the wall, 10 seconds to go. Now Sithopoulos taken away by the Rays, but out to center, and that is where the period will end. The Boston Blades lead into the first intermission 1-0 against the Vanke Rays on an even strength strike from Erin Kickham. We'll take a break, and when we come back, we will have the second period. You're watching CWHL action on the Boston Blades. And we're back for the second period of action between Boston Blades and the Vanke Rays. Max Walpuff joining you from Winthrop, Massachusetts for tonight's contest. The teams have switched sides, goaltenders remain the same, and we're back underway to start this period. The Blades lead on an even strength goal from Erin Kickham back in the first, and Michelle Ing will take it away for the Blades, taking up for Chelsea Goldberg. Along the side, back to the middle, Berkuliak for Bunton. She's got some open ice ahead of her, cutting to the net and saved by Dahm. But stoppage in play. The net came off its moorings, and they'll reset that to start the play. Ing will lean in once again with Webster. Webster out of Aurora, Ontario, wins his faceoff in the Rays. They've knocked over the goaltender, and they can't get a shot on net. Dahm has lost her blocker and her stick in the process as the Blades take it up the ice, and they're able to avoid disaster. Sheenan sends it back for Yue. Yue along the wall, and now Sperling takes it away from her. Sperling to the middle, cut out by Webster. Webster sent up and banks off a skate. It'll negate the icing, but first to it'll be Brown as she collides with Woods. Woods now finds Megan Greaves. Greaves back over the middle, and she'll flick it in after getting the red line. Truly slips and is unable to settle the puck. First to it, though, are the Rays, and they'll take it back up through the middle. As Megan Sperling missed the puck, couldn't play it, and is first to touch for icing. 18:30 to play here in the second period of action. I apologize for the technical gremlins tonight. Don't worry. When we're back for Tuesday night's contest, we'll certainly have it figured out. Face off in the offensive zone for the Blades. Webster takes it clear for Vanke. They'll skate up over the line, and they'll find Kelly Kittredge. Kittredge couldn't find Greaves, and over into the Blades bench, and out of play, we'll have a stop. .16 to play in this second period of action as the Blades go left to right across your screens. Turner winning this faceoff back, and Kittredge is first to it. She'll hammer it toward the net. Turner with the tip, and Shuley didn't see it hit her. It goes wide. Back up and now looking for more of a passing lane, and tripped up on the play, but no call coming from the officiating. Another save for Dom. She's made all the saves she's needed to tonight to keep the Rays scoreless. So getting underway in the second period of action. Greaves once again for the Blades, cutting to the middle, and is able to get it out of the zone. Only as far as Kaylee Mercer will allow her, and offside, however, are the Rays. Period of the long change, but when you're in the offensive zone like the Rays are, the bench does bleed into the offensive zone with the penalty boxes directly at center ice. Kick him against Berkuliak, and Berkuliak, the Minnesota Duluth product, wins it back for Vanke. Sent on net and high. Dom didn't have to touch it to see it go above her. Sent to the front again by Berkuliak, couldn't find the stick of Mercer. Up top, Sheenan, sent on net and blocked by Aaron Hall. Up for Elizabeth Avison. Avison, a rookie out of West Covina, California, sends it to the wall. And this one's sent to the middle, looking for Kickham, the goal scorer for Boston. Intercepted by Berkuliak. 17:10 to play in this second period of action. The Blades playing an aggressive forecheck, but Berkuliak is able to break it. The pass gets deflected, but the Rays still are in onside. Bunton to the center, and she'll send one in, sticked away by Dom. To the center, and taken away by Sathopoulos. She's running too hard by Kelly, and Bunton will carry it over as their offside is called. Both sides will execute changes as Brooke Webster, the rookie forward out of Aurora, Ontario, gets a brief explanation from the lineswoman. The Blades win this faceoff, and Christina Brown will control. Center for Courtney Turner. Turner sends it in, and the Rays take control, and they'll send through the center. Webster can't control with Brown, and she'll send it back out. Looked for Giannino, but Janiga is first to it for the Rays. Back up ice comes Webster. Webster on the side, she'll look to the middle for Woods. She instead has it, sent along, and the net once again comes off. The net getting dislodged twice now in two different plays, neither of which featured hard contact with either post. They need to get the rink maintenance crew to get a little bit of work on these pegs. Well, the net's reattached now. Dom just making sure of it. Turner losing this battle with Woods, and sent on net and blocked before it could reach, but Dom will cover and avoid any nonsense with Janiga hanging out. Blades able to get a change now. On comes Chelsea Goldberg. Goldberg, a second-year CWHL player out of Northeastern, a second-round draft pick by the Blades. The Rays win this face-off and they'll control. Hammering shot kicked away by Dom. She barely could see that through the traffic, but was able to get something on it. On top of Webster. Webster will cut through the defense and finds a shot toward the net, and it's gloved away by Kikuchi. On the wall, back for the Rays. Sent on net and hammered back. Webster a chance, and she misses. Spun around along the wall is Woods, and Goldberg now losing to Kelly. Kelly cuts to the middle. Kelly to the far side, a shot toward the net and wide. Michelle Ng will take control for Boston. She'll stop behind her net and find the waiting stick of Sato Kikuchi. Kikuchi is pestered the whole way there, and now Shin takes it back for the Rays. Muscle to the wall. Muscling to the wall is Ng. And the Rays are able to keep it in. Now the Rays have flipped the tables on Boston. Boston controlled much of the run of play in that first period, but now it's Vanke who are making life difficult for Boston. This one taken out, but Minghu is only able to get it as far as the hash marks. Rays come back in on side. Toward the net, Dom stops this nonsense, and we'll have a stop with 15:03 to play here in the second period. Both sides execute changes as Elaine Chuli stands waiting for the next shot to come. She has not seen much action as Lauren Dom, the second-year goaltender out of Baldwinsville, New York, has seen a lot more action her way. Webster and Turner once again as Turner wins his face-off back, but the Rays control along the side. Back for Turner. Woods banks it off the net, back in front, up top, sticked out by Dom. Off the top of her shaft, and it's able to stay out. Back for the Rays once again, poked to the back wall by Dom. Up top now from Mercer. Mercer cuts aside. She'll find Berkuliak. Instead, Leary lifts her stick, but Mercer is first to it. Berkuliak, and now Greaves. Greaves gets it out of the zone. Turner, and now Leary on a break. Leary down the side looking for Greaves. Greaves to the middle, a shot, blocker save, Chuli. Had top left picked out, but Chuli was out just enough to cut down the angle. Here's Mercer. Mercer breaking in onside. Delayed penalty coming up on the Blades. Dom will stop play, and the Blades will go to their first penalty kill of the night. It'll be a hooking call on Boston. Vanke comes into tonight's game with a 1-for-9 power play. Heading into the box will be Kate Leary. Leary, 3 goals this season for Boston. A defenseman out of Seabrook, New Hampshire. She was first on the team last year in points with 16, 10 of which were goals. It's hammered down the ice, and the Rays have to reset their power play, starting from behind their own net as Avison runs all the way in, takes out a Rays player behind the play. Taking it away are the Blades. Kikuchi banks it off the glass and out of the zone. The Rays execute 2 successful clearances. Now for Shin along the near side. Shin back off the wall and to the line, held in by Oliva. Oliva to the center, blocked by Brown. Minghu back for Fang. To the front and off of Dom. She lost her stick again in the process. Avison pokes it out. And Dom has commandeered a player's stick. That's Christina Brown's stick. She now hustles to the bench. Taken away by Kickham. Kickham will control, and it'll bounce off of Kikuchi back for Dom, playing with Christina Brown's stick, not her regular goalie stick. Banks off of a glove, and the Rays will keep possession as Kikuchi cuts to the middle to keep it out. To the Rays bench they go. Sperling, Berkuliak dancing around a few players to the center and back in front. Woods couldn't deposit it. Cleared out by the Blades, and Dom has just enough time to retrieve her stick. No, she doesn't. She couldn't retrieve her stick in time. 30 seconds to go in the penalty to Kate Leary. Flying up ice is Bunton. The Rays reset. She'll pull up and top for Berkuliak. Now Bunton again. Berkuliak center point. Laying out to block the shot is Ng. And she'll get a rousing roar of approval from the Blades bench. Berkuliak once again for Woods to the nets. Gloved down by Dom, and she will stop play with 1 second of penalty time remaining, and she'll finally get her goalie stick back. 12:22 in this second period of action. Blades will get Leary back in about 10 seconds. Hall looking for Greaves. She'll find Webster instead. Back around Hampton. You'll hear the stick taps from Chuli as this one is sent all the way down the ice. Leary's out of the box, no icing. Chuli comes out to play, sets it up, and here's Turner along the wall taking it away. Banks off of her skates, and back up from Mercer. 3-on-2 if the Rays hurry. Mercer to the side, back to the middle, it's sent in front. Net is off its moorings. Dom is still able to keep it out. Dom crashed into, and she is slow to get to her knees, but she looks like she'll be okay. The net comes off for the 4th time this period. 11:56, the Blades and the Rays have returned even at full strength 5-on-5. Fist face-off one back to the wall by Courtney Turner, held in at the point by Oliva. She'll send a cross-corner dump. Jordan Hampton is first to it, and now for Kate Leary. Leary able to get it out as Greaves stumbles a little bit out of the blocks, and the Rays get a little bit of breathing space. Hampton for Leary. Leary spins around and dumps it in, and Chuli will tee it up for her teammates. A little bit of time back there is cut off by Greaves and Shin, and now Chinan. Chinan back at the wall and back up front. 4-on-3 come the Rays. This pass goes awry, and Kelly Kittredge gets it up for Michelle Ing. Ing scored the first goal of the CWHL season this year against the Montreal Canadiens. This one's rubbed out along the wall. Greaves unable to control. Kittredge holds it in, and she has Taryn Harris open, but she opts to go instead for Sperling, and this one is taken out by the Rays. They'll flip in and change. Harris. And this breakout is disrupted. The Rays will control, sends it to the middle, and the net comes off again for the 5th time this period. For the 5th time today, in this period alone, the net has come off, and another stoppage in play. It does result in a defensive zone faceoff for Boston, but Dom having trouble keeping that net to its pegs as she's very active in the crease. This faceoff lost by Boston, but instead Greaves will take possession back. Greaves trying to cut to the middle, sent on net, and Greaves crashes into Chuli. Uproars from the Vanke bench. No call coming. Along the bench, and Harris tried to poke it forward for Ing, but instead it pops into the Blades bench and will stop play. 10:23 to play in this second period of action. A little bit of explanation time for Emma Woods, the Beaufort, Ontario native, as she's talking with the officiating crew. 149 career games played, and one stint as an assistant captain as a junior with the Quinnipiac Bobcats, a captain her senior season. She was a 7th round pick by the Vanke Rays this year, 49th overall. The Blades are trying to just get their personnel correct. Kickham takes his face off, but Webster is able to win it back for Vanke. Tipped up instead by Woods, and up for Webster. Webster with some open ice, sends it to the middle, and another sliding block by Kikuchi keeps the puck from going in. Goldberg with a block shot, gets it to the line, but held in by Oliva. Now Woods. Webster. Into the corner with Christina Brown. And Brown gets it to Woods. Sent along for Janiga. Janiga back up top for Oliva. She'll hold it in with her skate and back down. Webster losing control, and now flipped for Goldberg. Along the wall, a few battle for it, and Kickham gets it for Janiga. Janiga carrying it in. Janiga has it poked away by Brown, and Goldberg will flick it up for Kickham. Now Sperling, back pass for Kickham, intercepted and sent back up a 2 if they hurry, but Shin and Blades are back on defense. Shin to the center, couldn't find it. Chinon cuts in and shoots, and it goes wide. 9:17 to play. The pass goes awry, and Sperling flicks it out. Giannino will send it down. The Rays could not play it. Chinon beats Giannino to it, and that is icing on the Blades. Blades come into this game 0-4, bottom of the CWHL, looking for their first win of the season tonight. The Vanke Rays already won the first game, a 3-0 decision over the Toronto Furies. Face-off won back by the Blades, controlled by Christina Brown. Giannino is able to poke it out of the zone and is able to regain possession momentarily as a battle ensues below our vantage point here at Lawrence Larson Rink. Up ice back come the Rays. Blades are set defensively. A shot comes from Shin, and it's stopped by Lauren Dahm. We thank you for joining us here on the Boston Blades YouTube channel. Max Walpuff here with you from high above the ice at Lawrence Larson Rink in Winthrop, Massachusetts. A lovely Saturday night in sports. As we're getting back underway, Berkuliak losing this faceoff to number 12, Casey Stathopoulos, a rookie out of Waltham, Massachusetts for the Boston Blades. Intercepted by Berkuliak, blockered out, and punched to the netting by Dahm. Stathopoulos with an assist tonight, her first of the season. A Sacred Heart product, played 107 games for the Pioneers, finishing with 42 goals and 56 assists. She was a 13th round pick this past draft by Boston. The Rays control to the middle and front. Sliding save by Dahm. Dahm was down and out, but was able to take away the low half of the net, and Kelly couldn't get anything on it. Blades still lead 1-0, but this side of the ice has been mighty popular with goal scoring thus far. Sent on net and blocked. Back up top, and the pass is blocked by Jordan Hampton. Mercer swings it to the near side. Looking for Kelly. She can't find a lane. She'll go for Berkuliak. Back for Mercer. Mercer loses control of the top of her top stick hand. Appealing for a call. She won't get one. Back down, Hall will control along the wall. Send it around for Nicole Giannino. Giannino, the Bayshore, New York native, a gold medalist roller hockey player, along with teammate Jetta Ratcliffe on that team. Along the wall, Hall again with Avison. Avison flings it out to the red line, where it will be controlled by number 19 for these Vanke Rays, Yue Hao. Tipped out of play, and we'll have a stoppage. 7:22 to play. Neither team able to execute on their power plays. Both are 0 for 1 thus far today. The Blades striking even strength back in the first period with Aaron Kickham, her first of the season. Blades just getting their personnel situation settled. Turner and Webster once again on the draw. Webster is able to take this one backward, and Chinon will take it for the Rays. Into the body of Turner. Down low, Turner can't control along the wall, and Woods pokes it into the Vanke bench, and we will stop once again. 7:11 to play in the second period. Fans, be sure to follow us on social media at Boston CWHL on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, and Snapchat. We have stories all throughout the night and all throughout the weekend in this 3-game set. Now Chinon. Back for Webster. Webster converged on and was able to avoid danger and keep the puck all the same. Along the line, they keep it in onside. Webster, now Chinon, hammered in and hard. Brown smarting a little bit after that shot block. Woods. Woods for Webster. Back for Chinon. Woods again. Thanks off her equipment. She's unable to control the biscuit play into neutral ice. The Blades have held strong thus far in the second period, relying on Boston. .236 to play second period, 1-0, Boston in the lead. Lauren Dahm making all the stops she has needed to tonight. Elaine Shuley, just 1 goal to her credit on the other end. Mercer sends it along after the Rays won that face-off. Now Michelle Ng will spin away with it. Caitlin Sperling hammers it back, and Chelsea Goldberg is going to have a race with icing. No icing tip. Tip by a Rays player before it got to the red line. Mercer cuts around the defense, cutting through, and she'll find Bunton. Spinning away to the wall. Now Woods again, sent on net. Dom will stop it. Kittredge getting away from pressure as the Rays are playing an aggressive forecheck. We've dipped under 120 seconds to play. You hear the chatter in the press box here at Lawrence Larson Rink. Close quarters here. Mercer to Berkuliak. Berkuliak poked away by Caitlin Sperling. The puck is just lying there for anyone to take it. It does get out of the zone. Boston is able to reset their defense, but the Rays get it back in, and they will get a short change in the offensive zone. Broken Stick playing the best defense that time. Michelle Ng comes in one-on-one with Chinan. On her back check, Ming Hu takes it away, and back up ice come the Rays. Here's Shin with it. With a shimmy and shake, sent wide. Trying to send it to the front and banking off of the side of the net from a shot from Chinan, and it'll come instead for Kickham. Chinan spinning away as we're about to dip under 60 seconds to go in this second period. Lauren Dom plays it and will stop it with exactly 60 seconds on the clock. Dom making all the saves she has been called on to make. As still the difference thus far is Erin Kickham's deposited goal from about 6 feet out. Mercer winds and fires. It comes in front for Greaves. Sheen on a chance. She whiffs on a chance, and it banks off of Hampton and out of play. The Boston defense holding strong in this period after the Rays came out ready to play in the second 20 minutes. Turner and Webster lean in on the faceoff once again. And it's finally dropped, one to the wall, and Greaves will take it, bank it off the boards. Mercer holds. Mercer will send it around where it will get away from Hall and will find Webster. Now Mercer again on net and stopped by Dom through traffic, and will stop once again with 36 seconds to play in the second period. Boston now able to get a change off. Turner once again leaning in on the faceoff with Webster. One back, and Brown will take it off the wall. Along the side, Greaves can't get around Webster. The top four defenders for Vanke have been tasked with a lot of hard minutes. The whiff pass from Mercer is now back up for Leary. Offside, though, are the Blades, as Greaves just comes in a little early. Number 17 for the Blades with an assist on that, with a good play in that first goal out of Cary, North Carolina, in her second year with the Boston Blades. She had 22 goals and 23 assists in her Boston college career, 3 Frozen Four trips for the Eagles, including a nearly perfect senior season where they lost to the Minnesota Golden Gophers in the NCAA Finals. 10 seconds to play in this period, and the Blades looking to hold on to their 1-0 advantage or to extend it to double. 2 seconds and 1, and the period will end. It started with the Blades on top 1-0. Lauren Dom, the star of that period, making all the saves she was tasked to make, but a distinct kicking motion wiped out the one goal, the one shining hope of offense for the Vanke Rays. We'll head to the second intermission. When we come back, we'll have the third period. You're watching the Boston Blades CWHL Hockey on YouTube.com. And welcome back in time for the third period of action here between the Boston Blades and the Vanke Rays. Hello once again, I'm Max Walpuff. It is 1-0 between the Boston Blades and the Rays. Goal coming in the first period from Erin Kickham. A potential goal was washed out in that second period for the Rays by a distinct kicking motion. Lauren Dahm making all 33 saves that she has been called on to make thus far, as we bring you the numbers presented by MNP. Vanke Rays with 33 shots on net, all stopped by Boston goaltender Lauren Dahm. With the Blades with 17 shots on net, 16 stopped by Elaine Shuley. Shuley to the left, Dahm to the right, as we welcome you back at center ice here as we get set for puck drop in the third period of action. The officials are ready, the fans are filing back in. There's a cold one here inside of Lawrence Larson Rink as Vakuliak wins the opening faceoff, and we're back underway from Winthrop, Massachusetts. Hall getting into the lineup tonight for the Boston Blades as gets for Hampton, and now Ing. Michelle Ing, the speedy forward, sends it for Caitlin Sperling. Sperling crashing to the boards off the back check from Vakuliak, but first to it will be the Blades. Jordan Hampton controlling on the point. Now for Goldberg and finds Sperling. Her back pass finds Bunton instead of a friendly stick, and the Rays will break out in the process. Top of the circles, Hall pokes it to the backboards. Back up top, and it finds nobody. All the way out for Uwe to control in neutral ice. Bunton, as the play controlled now for Christina Brown. Christina Brown with the puck in the defensive zone for the Blades, and this one is blocked up and into the glass on the near side. Leary. Now Brown, emerging from the pile is Greaves. Greaves with the puck sent to the middle. Leary on net. Glove save, Chuli. Stoned cold by the standout UConn player, and the rookie goaltender has another 10-bell save. Kate Leary nearly had her fourth goal this season, but Elaine Chuli put a stop to that. Greaves now to the face-off win for Boston. Will control along the wall. Leary again out in front looking for Turner, and the Rays bounce it around before Woods can play clear. 3-on-2 the other way if they hurry. Back for Woods, a chance, and blocked before it could reach Dahm. Greaves now looking for the outlet. Manages to find Leary at center and will push it ahead for Turner. Turner cutting back to the middle as Chinon cuts her path off. Along the wall, Leary stapling her, and Stathopoulos crashing in on the forecheck. The Blades willing to cede the line here, as here comes Woods. Back check by Stathopoulos, forces a clear for Leary. Clearer path for Leary, as she will send it on net, looking for the deflection from Kickham, and unable to find it. Kickham was parked there as if she was camping at national parks. Shin sends it back, and the Rays now have to deal with an aggressive Blades forecheck. Up in center, and Megan Sperling back into the defensive zone, but it's taken out by the Rays, sent along the wall, and back behind the net of Lauren Dahm. Kelly Kittredge will control along the wall on the near side, back for Megan Sperling, and they'll head to the far side. Through the far side of the ice and back around. Now Kittredge again. In between the circles, she'll play for Avison. Avison on the puck, she'll head to the center. Poked away, but off the bench is Goldberg, first to it for the Blades. Blades get a full change out on the play as Goldberg rides it to the wall on the far side, looking for an open receiver. She's unable to find any, is forced back to center ice. Able to find Erin Hall. She'll hammer it on net, and it's kicked out by Chuli. Back up, and it'll find Jordan Hampton at center ice, and who will instead find a co-captain, Kaylee Mercer. Sent on net and poked away to the corner before it could reach Dahm. Vakuliak. Along the wall, Hall pokes it back up to the top, and Chinon sends it on, but Ing is first to it on the slap pass. Mercer, as Ing loses her stick in the process. Now Vakuliak to the center and the circles, and another save for Lauren Dahm. 3.5 minutes gone by in this third period, as it's still 1-0, the Boston Blades on top of the Vanke Rays in the first meeting of these two franchises. As we're getting our cameras reset here at center ice, We take you back to the action. Christina Brown along the wall behind Lauren Dom's cage. Now Turner crashing to the ice as the Rays hold it in. Kelly on net and sent wide by the tip of Webster. Turner can't get around the defense, and Kelly able to hold it in. Greaves with the poke check, and now Turner with another one, and the Rays have to vacate the zone. They are offside. Woods plays it, and play will stop with 16 minutes to go in this final period of action. The crowd has filed back in from the lobby looking to witness the final 16 minutes of the first of 3 contests this weekend. There will be one tomorrow at 2 p.m. on CWHL Live. You can catch myself and my brother Zachary on the call for that one. And the Tuesday matchup between these two will be the final of the 3-game set at 7:40 on election night here in the United States. Jordan Hampton back up and for Greaves. Keeping it just a toe offside is Courtney Turner. And on the far side, looking for the pass. And now Jordan Hampton with the block. Taken away by Fang. Taken away by Shin. And now Hampton back up to the top for Kate Leary. Middle of your screen, Turner diving effort, couldn't get there. 1-on-2 come the Rays. Sent on net, glove down by Dom. And Dom will stop with 15:20 to play on the clock. The Blades entering today's game 0-4. The Rays 1-1 on the season. They're first in the CWHL. They are the first. They along with Kunlun Red Star are the first expansion teams into the CWHL this season. And it's sent on net and glove down by Dom on the rebound attempt by Webster. The first expansion team since the Boston Blades came into the league a while ago. 2010, their first season. Blades, 2-time Clarkson Cup champions, have found themselves in the basement the last 2 seasons, looking to climb out of it. Back in front, and before it could reach any Rays, the Blades were there to disrupt. Bunton along the wall will control, but Christina Brown pops it up and a few players converge. 3 for the Blades, 2 for the Rays. Goldberg along the wall, held in by the Rays, cross-corner dump, but first to it will be the Blades. Getting it just out of the zone is Caitlin Sperling. Poke check by Goldberg sends it far onto the Vanke side of the table. Back up for Bunton again. Bunton swirling toward the net, sliding block by Kikuchi, looking for some open spaces for Kuliak. She skies it to the back wall. Sent on net and blocked by Brown. Dom looking for the punch out. Sperling off of Berkuliak. Berkuliak holds it in now. Ing pushes it along and Berkuliak falls to her knees, keeps it alive for the Rays. 14:13 to play in this third period of action. Sent on net high, a mask save by Dom. Banks right off of the chin. 14 minutes to go in this third period. The Blades turning on the defensive side of things as the Rays keep the pressure going. Kikuchi off the wall, held in by the Rays, sent back in, and Christina Brown is first to it. The Blades clinging to a 1-0 advantage. Swiping in is Sherman, but first to it will be Oliva as it goes away from her stick. The Blades able to get a change, and they'll send out another line. Back in, and first to it will be Taryn Harris. Giannino stops and now finds Kickham. Kickham, the goal scorer for Boston, takes a spill on the play. The clearance is not strong enough for icing as it's hammered back to the near side. And this one is tipped by Harris, and no, it wasn't. It'll be icing. The Blades and the Rays dirtying up the water with their skate marks thus far. Frozen water, that is. As Turner tries to quarterback this face-off. She'll take it against Emily Janiga, and she wins this one back for Greaves. Sent on net, couldn't find a friendly stick. Turner, turnaround chance, looking for Leary parked in front. No chance could be found. Harris, not able to keep it in, but is able to keep possession alive for the Blades. Greaves gets it to the top of the face-off circles and no farther. the Blades have to clear. Harris, and now the Blades have tagged up. Back for Qinan Zhao. Taken away by Janiga. 141 games played with the Mercyhurst Lakers, consistently in the top 3 in scoring. This one is sent down all the way, and it'll be icing with Kelly Kittredge getting it. Kittredge, a second-year professional. She played for DEC Salzburg Eagles in the German league last year, playing 22 games, scoring 6 goals, 7 assists to her name as well. The Brown University product was a 7th-round pick by the Boston Blades. As timeout called by Vanke. This line has been out there for a while. As we'll keep you trained on the scoreboard here at Lawrence Larson Rink, 12:36 in this third period of action. One 0 scoreline courtesy of a first period goal from Erin Kickham. Her first of the season, with assists from Elizabeth Avison and assists from Casey Stathopoulos, their first points thus far this season. As you get a bit of a view inside the press box as we readjust our camera tripods. Thank you for joining us on the Boston Blades CWHL YouTube channel. Be sure to follow along all season on this channel. Be sure to smash that like button and be sure to subscribe. Be sure to follow us on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, and Snapchat on our universal username, Boston CWHL. The face-off will come once again for the Boston Blades to the blocker side of Elaine Shuley, but first, a little bit of a tussle as to what this is about. Officials trying to move play along and trying to keep the roster the same that was on the ice for the icing. As Erin Kickham, the assistant captain, will come onto the ice for a short explanation, and she'll head back to the bench. We're just about set to resume play once again. Turner wins his face-off. Leary now on net. Still in front. Greaves had it behind her after the shot from Hall. Couldn't turn around to find it. Leary crashing a player to the boards. That will be a penalty on Boston. And the Blades, Leary taking her second minor of the night. She knew as she headed right to the box without argument. It'll be 2 minutes for body checking. As hammered to the boards went Mingpu Kong. 2 minutes on the clock for the Rays. 0 for 1 thus far on the power play. 1 for 10 for this season as you hear the Chinese contingency. .24 on the clock. 2 minutes to the penalty. And 1 woman to the good go the Rays. Mercer. They set up the power play with Verkuliak. Mercer again, top of the circle. She'll switch places, come center point, sent on net, kicked by Dom. It's staying there, and it's still loose momentarily before Dom crashes out and puts a stop to play 15 seconds in to the penalty kill. Both teams opting to keep the same personnel out there. Taking this face-off will be Kickham, losing it instead to Webster. Verkuliak center point for Mercer. Now Mercer flings it low for Bunton. Bunton harassed by Hampton to the wall. She'll spin from pressure and find Mercer. Verkuliak, top of the circle, now Mercer again. On net, blockered out by Dom. Kickham will control and try to send it along the boards. Woods cuts it off at the hash marks. 1:20 left to go in this penalty to Kate Leary. Verkuliak sent toward the net, blocked by the woman in front, Bunton, and it's sent wide. Verkuliak for Mercer again. Mercer to Verkuliak. Now back at Mercer in front. To the front and kept out by Dom. A save along the goal line. Dom without her stick now. Woods, Verkuliak. Dom retrieves her stick with Avison on a poke check. Verkuliak back for Woods. A shot. Glove down by Dom, and she will stop this nonsense. 11:11 to play in the third period as Lauren Dom able to keep out a shot from her backside, keeps it out with the gloved hand. And it's 1-0 still to the Blades. 47 seconds left in the kill. Faceoff won by the Rays, but controlled off the faceoff by Brown. Held in by the Rays. Brown along the wall. She'll find the stick of Kickham, just getting it out of the zone. And the Rays have to retreat and reset. Janiga with Kikuchi all over her. Another crashing penalty. This will be another one on Boston. Chuli to the bench for the extra attacker. Touched up by Ng. 24 seconds left in the penalty. It'll be holding on Kikuchi. And it'll be a 5-on-3 for the Rays. 10:48 to play as the Rays now have their best chance so far to tie this game. 5-on-3 for 24 seconds. It is Ng, Hall, and Hampton, the three-person unit for Boston. They lose the face-off for Kuliak. Crashing in, sent to the net wide. Tipped off a stick in front, Mercer now. For Kuliak, Mercer again. Pen catch low, it banks off of Dom's pads. 6 seconds left, Leary will come out of the box shortly. For Kuliak, low again. To the front, and no one can find it. Looking for the pass is Leary, and it'll find her. She's onside, shorthanded. Leary breaking in on her backhand to the net. Crashing into Chuli goes Leary, and the puck is escaped. 5-on-4 the Blades play now. 10:08 to play in this period. 1-0 the Blades clinging to the lead. For Kuliak again for Mercer. Center point for Kuliak. Finds Woods. Emma Woods for Berkuliak. On net wide. Didn't have much to shoot at with the traffic in front. Woods sends it to the wall. Held in and passed to a vacant point. The Blades get a free clearance, and they're able to change personnel on the fly. Ashley Berkuliak sends it back in, and Webster now with it. Webster to the net front, off the post! It's sent on net and in! Right over Dom's glove. A power play goal for the Rays, and we're tied at 1. The post made the initial save, but the rebound caromed right back out. .29 to play. We're back tied at a 1-goal game. In other action tonight around the CWHL, Markham is tied 1-1 with Kunlun Red Star. Brown giving a shove to Janiga. That's going to be another penalty for Boston. And they're going to lose one of their top defenders in the process. Christina Brown is going to head to the box. Another body checking call on the Blades. 9:22 to play, and the score has tied at 1. Flipped out of play. 2 seconds canceled off the penalty clock, with the Blades now skating for their defensive lives right now, trying to cling to this game thus far. Faceoff is pushed back by Vanke, and they will reset their power play units. 9:12 to play. Aaron Hall drops down to block a pass, but instead finding another outlet. Sheena on center point, fakes, kick him with enough of a block on it to send it to the wall. Janiga. To the wall from Mayhew. Now Sheena again, toward the goal, but wide. Ng is first to it. She'll pull up, get away from some pressure, skate along the wall, and she'll find some open space. Into neutral ice, she'll control with it. To the blue line, she'll find Kickham. And now they'll just play 4 corners as Hall hits it all the way to the far side. Dom will set it up for the Blades. Back at center as you look at where the Blades will be attacking soon. Ng throws it in. Chuli will tee it up. And the Rays are able to break out through the center of the ice with Ashley Berkuliak. Poked away by Kikuchi. And 55 seconds left in the penalty now to Christina Brown. Courtney Turner flying in after it as it's Emma Woods. She'll back pass it for Ashley Berkuliak. Berkuliak, a Minnesota Duluth product, sends it up. She's been tasked with a lot of minutes tonight for these Vanke Rays. Through the middle of the ice comes Webster for Bunton. Bunton toward the net, but blocked by Kittredge, smarting in her knees after that, and favoring that right knee as she stays out there for the penalty kill toward the net and kicked out by Dom to the center. Berkuliak now. From center point, Mercer a drive. Bunton looking for the deflection but couldn't tap it in. 10 seconds left in the penalty. Berkuliak now Woods again. To the wall, and now 2 seconds and 1. Brown is out of the box. We're back at even at full strength 5-on-5. Kittredge still out there. She'll find Caitlin Sperling and banks it off the wall, and it'll head down where Berkuliak will control in her defensive zone. The Rays are able to get it out of the zone, and they'll find a friendly stick. There's Shin. Banks it back off the wall, Chinan. And this one is a free clearance for Boston. 6:54 to play in the third period. Sent back along the near side wall. Vanke resetting on the attack with Janiga. Janiga spinning, looking for a pass, unable to find one. To the wall instead. Back up top, and sent toward the net and kicked out by Dom. To the front, Dom looking for the glove save, but it'll head wide. 6:19 to play in this third period. The Rays keeping control on their offensive zone. Dom has been a busy goaltender the last couple of periods. Back up instead comes Leary with Greaves on her right. She'll find Greaves. Sent toward the net and up top and in front of the crease. Chuli pounces on it. It's loose, but the referee loses sight of it and will stop play. .5:58 to play in the third period as another face-off win for Vanke. Sent out around Kikuchi, hammering it back and along the wall the Blades and the Rays spar for it. 3 Blades on 2 Rays, back to the point for Ing. Ing to the center and poked along by Caitlin Sperling. In a center come the Rays. And the co-captains pass it back for an assistant captain in Woods. Goldberg back along the back check will take it away momentarily. The Rays can reset their attack. Bunton off the wall. Now Webster again. Brooke Webster to the center. She'll find instead Michelle Ing. Caitlin Sperling flips it to the far side. Berkuliak able to control on her backhand. Christina Brown now. Along the wall finds Chelsea Goldberg. One-time adversaries in Hockey East connecting there, as it'll be taken away by Ming Hu. Seven years on the Chinese national team for her, playing in the Asian World Games, Olympic qualifiers, as well as IIHF Division I. She'll find the puck once again on this play. To the center circle and sent wide. Goldberg crashing in on it. Chinan will get to it first. Chinan back now, Ming Hu. Toward the net, Dom kick. Opts not to cover. Caitlin Sperling sends it into the bench for the Blades, and we will stop play. 4:34 to play in the third period of action. The Blades and the Rays. 1-1 your score. Kate Leary with the goal for Boston, and the goal by Hannah Bunton for the Rays. Her third of this season, her 4th point for the Rays. Back up for Avison. Now for Sheenan. Along the wall, held in momentarily. Back in the center for Kickham. Sent to the Avison. Kickham flicks it on, and a stop in front, looking for another chance in front, and Chuli still strong to the goal line. The only goal so far for Boston came by a tap-in off of a rebound. He'll probably take that same sort of luck to beat Chuli again. She was a standout at the University of Connecticut, holding school records in saves, career saves, saves in a season, and saves in a game. 3:48 to play as Leary holds off the attack for a few more seconds. Assists on the Bunton goal to Brooke Webster and to Kaylee Mercer. For those of you scoring at home, if anyone still does that. Back up comes Kittredge now. Now over the line comes Greaves, looking for a lane through the net, but it's blocked along the way. The blockade gives way, and behind the net is Woods. Woods swings it around to the near side. 3:14 to play in this third period. Both teams looking for the difference maker. Banks off of some equipment and taking it in is Aaron Hall. Over the line they are onside. Leary to the front looking for Greaves. Greaves bodied off the puck. Inside Turner. Now Hampton. Hampton off the wall. It'll be taken for Webster. Webster to the middle. Taken away from her, and Megan Greaves pushes it out. Leary finding Hampton. Hampton, the defenseman, leading the rush up ice. Leary calling for it in front of the net. She'll have to go behind the net to retrieve this pass. To the front, Greaves, a shot high. She was left unmarked in the center and had a golden chance at the net. Holding it in at the line. Leaves for Ing a chance, whiffed on the shots. Now Webster a chance to control for Vanke. Sent back up and gloved down by Woods. Woods to the net, sticked away by Dom. 2:12 to play here in this third period of action. A blade falls and a chance up for Janiga. Takes another fortunate Blades bounce, and the Blades able to skate it to center, get a few personnel changes before Shin carries it back in. On net for Dom, and she will put a stop to play. 1:56 left in regulation time. 5-minute overtime, 5-on-5 as far as I understand, unless the rules change without me knowing, which is entirely possible. Back up top, the Rays hold it in. They're trying to get an offensive attack. Two Rays collide, and Michelle Ing takes the puck, looking for some kind of outlet to get it out of the zone. The Blades have to attack if they want a regulation win. Leary has it taken away from her by the stick of Lauren Kelly. Janiga along the wall. The Rays break it in once again. 1:20 to play. Goldberg leans down to block this shot, but instead it'll be blocked by Kikuchi on the way to the net. Brown skates around one defender, not around two. Needs help from Goldberg to clear the zone. To the center stripe, now for Minghu. Minghu will flick it in, and she'll head off for a change herself. The Blades need a change on their own right. Brown up for Greaves. Greaves will head to the far side of the ice and will switch back. Under a minute to play as Greaves is tripped up. The Blades are going to get a late power play if they allow the Rays to touch up, and the Rays finally do. 46 seconds of regulation, and we're going to get a power play for Boston. Brooke Webster, the guilty party, tripping. It'll be a timeout for the Boston Blades. 46 seconds of play here in the third period of action from Winthrop, Massachusetts. It'll be a 2-minute power play for the Boston Blades. So you get a look at the crowd here at Winthrop. And a nearly full house here in the crowd, as we see the Chinese national flag being proudly displayed as well. Fans of the CWHL, they do travel very well. This timeout called by head coach Casey Brugman of the Boston Blades. There are 2 minutes on the penalty clock, so if the Blades do not score in regulation, this will carry over into the overtime period. But right now is their best chance. Dom will resume the crease to the right, and Elaine Shuley will take the crease to the left. Bunton, Woods, Mercer, Brakuliak, the four-person unit for Rob Morgan's Rays. Turner, Leary, Greaves, Hall, and Hampton for the Blades. The Rays win this opening faceoff of the power play, and they're able to break it out of the zone. If they want a difference maker now, they'll have to either wait for overtime or score shorthanded. Blades have allowed a shorthanded goal so far this season. There was one allowed in Montreal. 26 seconds to play in regulation. Greaves. Leary center. Leary looking Turner. Turner losing control. Back up top, Hampton. Now Greaves again. Coming into the circle, sent toward the net. Up, rides off a stick, and it will head out of play. 13 seconds in regulation time. Turner leaning in for this faceoff again. Pushes it back to the wall. The Rays looking for a clearance. It's stopped along the wall. 7 seconds to go. Greaves, Hampton, they have to attack. The clock is ticking, and we'll head to overtime with the score tied at 1 and 1 minute 15 seconds left on the clock in the penalty. We'll keep it here for overtime as everyone has to get reacquainted with the rules. This is the first time either team has gone to overtime. If neither team scores, there will be a shootout as the Blades looking for their first win of the season, and the Vanke Rays are going to start off their second North American road trip on a good note. Get a look at the ice. 5 minutes on the clock in overtime. It is 1-1 after a late goal from Hannah Bunton on the power play for the Rays. It'll be 5-on-5 play for overtime as Greaves and Leary play a little stick 5. Same players out there for Rob Morgan's Rays, and same players out there for Casey Brugman's Blades. Goaltenders are ready. Centers are getting ready. The official is again getting ready, and the puck is down to start overtime. The Rays win the faceoff backward, and Berkuliak sends it all the way down to Dom's cage. Hampton will control. 60 seconds left in the penalty, bleeding over from the late third period stage. Hall sends it around the net. Shuley comes out to stop the puck. Shuley will send it back the other way. Hall, back for Leary. And the Rays able to control. Mercer, flying up ice, a 2-on-1 developing. Mercer to the net, wide of Dom. Berkuliak will hold. 40 seconds left in the penalty. Berkuliak along the wall, held up by the Blades. As you get a look at Dom preparing for this attack from Berkuliak. She'll cut to the center, and she still has control of the puck back for Bunton. 4 minutes in the overtime left to play, 23 seconds in the penalty. This one is sent out of play into the Blades bench. And the faceoff looks like it's going to come to center ice. Or not. The faceoff is going to come to the glove side of Lauren Dom. Janigo leans in against Ing. This one's one toward the net, and Dom will just stop it. And now behind the net, Brown will take it. 15 seconds left to go in this 5-on-4 for the Blades. Up ice are the Blades. They'll send it around. Banks off the boards a little funky. Now Ing for Kickham. Kickham, time running out in the penalty. You hear Dom tapping her stick. Ing will hold, and the penalty has expired. We're even at full strength. Ing to the center. Brown along the line is just able to play it with a high stick. Touched by the Rays first, and now touched by the Rays again after another high stick. 3 minutes left in the overtime period. Mercer cutting through. Kaylee Mercer on net, blocked by Christina Brown. Smarting in her shin pads after that wrister. Kickham along the wall, looked for Brown, but it got cut off. Webster, Ing, now Berkuliak takes it away. To the far side of the ice for Webster. Now Mercer for Bunton. Bunton again. Swooping around will circle the wagons. For Mercer, winds and fires, kicked out, still in front. Dom, another save, she flops on it. Lauren Dom with another 10-bell save. and the Blades are still in this. About halfway through this overtime period, both teams have had some chances, with the run of play so far going the way of the Rays. Turner leaning in against Janiga, and Janiga skates it back for Shin. Shin pulls it through her legs and around. 2:46 in the overtime, back for Kelly. Kelly will send it below the dots, finds Hampton. Hampton sends it around, but Aliva will hold it in just barely at the line now. Shin. Shin for Janiga. Janiga is able to get around Hall. Now back for Aliva. Slap pass for Shin. Toward the net, blocked. Turner flicks it to the wall. Turner to the corner boards. Now Janiga can't control. Here's Megan Greaves with it. Greaves cut off along the wall, and the Rays again are able to control, and Bunton brings it back in onside. Greaves runs her to the wall, and Bunton gets away from pressure. Mercer a chance, whiffs on the pass. Turner up ice finds Greaves off her stick, and Berkuliak gets it up and not out of the zone. The Blades are onside. Leary, Greaves, 2-on-none, and Mercer comes back to cut it off. Mercer, Woods, poke check in the zone. Leary spinning away. Brown now kick him, and it'll be heading back the other way. The only thing I can think of was offside on the play, and the pass did come from the defensive zone for the Vanke. So I guess the face-off is going to stay there as the Vanke Rays came in offside. 1:43 left in the overtime. Thank you for staying with us here on Boston Blades YouTube channel. Max Walpuff here with you for tonight's action. These teams will face off again tomorrow afternoon in the second game of this 3 games in 4-night series. Taken up ice by Berkuliak. Woods losing control, now the Blades will control. Kate Leary, she has Kickham, and she'll have him on her right. Leary misses on the shot, her backhand goes high. We're dipping closer to 60 seconds to go. The Blades hold it off. Ing along the wall. Back looking for Leary, sent to the middle. First to it will be Kickham. Now Ing. Ing gets around one, has a clear shot. She shoots on the line, and it's kept out. 56 seconds to play. Sent up Mercer. Brown loses her footing, but Mercer has to go to the wall. Mercer to the front. Poke check by Dom. Leg save on the back. How did she make that save? Mercer. 40 seconds in overtime. Held on to, and the one-timer doesn't go. Now Leary a chance. Leary toward the end of her shift. Blades getting a change off. Aliva sent up Mercer. Now Turner keeps it to the wall. Webster cutting to the middle. Cutting in front. She has a chance at net, but can't get the shot off. And here come the Blades the other way. Sperling can't control the puck. It bounces off the late period ice. 10 seconds to go. It looks like we're going to a shootout, ladies and gentlemen. Up from Mercer. She just tips it ahead, and this will not go for icing. We are going to a shootout. Both goaltenders making amazing saves in the last minute of overtime, and we are going to go to a shootout. 3 shooters each team, followed by extra rounds if the score remains tied. Well, who's having fun tonight? 1-1 your score after regulation and overtime. We will go to a shootout. A few fans are all sticking around. Want to see the end of this night. This is the first shootout in the CWHL season thus far. A few teams have gone to overtime, but this is the first shootout to decide a game. The goalies will not switch sides. It'll be Dom on the right and Chuli on the left. The loudest contingency, definitely the Chinese contingency. The Blades still looking for their first win of this season. The Rays coming into this series 1-1 thus far after splitting their first weekend in CWHL action against the Toronto Furies. There's a reason you practice the shootout at the end of every practice. As captains will get an explanation in the referee's conference circle. There will be a coin toss to determine who gets to shoot first. This will give you a view of the coin toss here. Toss is up, the flip. And it looks like Boston gets the choice. They weren't mic'd up, so I wasn't sure what they were deciding. Aaron Kickham and Hannah Bunton with the lone goals thus far tonight. But let's just put away our stat sheets and have a little fun with the shootout. Casey Brugman will set up his attackers, and Rob Morgan will set up his attackers for the Rays. The Rays will shoot first. They will send out Brooke Webster. Webster out of Aurora, Ontario, has an assist tonight. First in this shootout, it'll be 3 rounds, and if we remain tied at the end of 3 rounds, we'll head to more rounds until someone comes out a winner. Webster's ready, the whistle goes, and in comes Webster, swooping to the center, keeps it on her backhand, forehand, backhand shot, top shelf, she scores. The Rays strike first in the shootout. Sent out for Boston will be Kate Leary. Leary, a leading scorer for the Blades, with 3 goals thus far this season. In with speed comes Leary. Swoops into the right. To the backhand, she scores! Tied at 1 at the end of round 1. Co-captain Kaylee Mercer now stepping up. She also has an assist tonight for the Rays. We're 1-1 through 1 round of the shootout. Mercer from the blue line will skate in. Keeping it straight line at Dom. Dom not fooled this time. Can the Rays hold serve with Megan Greaves coming to the forefront? Greaves tonight with an assist. Cary, North Carolina native. Stands ready for the whistle. The whistle goes and she'll get a running start. Carrying it on her forehand. Couple dekes, not able to fake out Shuley. Both goaltenders hold serve as on comes Emma Woods. Woods no scoring tonight, but with only 1 goal aside, that's not uncommon. She'll swoop into the left on Dom. Cuts to the center, a wrist shot, goes nowhere. Courtney Turner, the #1 overall draft pick out of Union College in this year's draft. Can she win it for the Blades in round 3? Turner hears the whistle and gets a running start. She'll swoop into the left on her offside. To the center, a shot off the pipe! We will go to extra rounds. Hannah Bunton, the lone goal scorer tonight for the Rays, steps up to take the 4th round shot. She gets a short running start. She'll swoop in on the right. Cutting back to the center, fake out Deke, not bitten by Dom, and another save. Caitlin Sperling now steps up for Boston. Sperling, the rookie out of Byfield, Massachusetts. Can she win it for the Blades? Getting a big running start. She'll start off on a long walk. Down the middle with speed, to the backhand, stopped. Round 5 coming up. Now Berkuliak will get a chance. Ashley, the 5'8" forward out of Brandon, Manitoba. She gets a chance and she'll come up. She'll pull up, fake. To the top shelf, she scores. If Elaine Chuli makes the stop, the Rays will take game 1 of this 3-game set. Now Chelsea Goldberg. Goldberg out of Northeastern, Chuli out of Connecticut. A Hockey East battle played out on the professional stage as Goldberg sweeps into the right. To the side, and Chuli shuts the door. The game is over, and the Rays take game 1 on a final score of 2-1, finishing in a shootout. As both teams will get a standings point for the shootout loss, but the Blades unable to get the second point as the Rays escape with the win. Tomorrow afternoon on CWHL Live, be sure to catch myself and my brother. We will be back then, but for everyone in our technical and media crew, I'm Max Walpuff saying have a great night. We will see you tomorrow.